Hey guys, it's David with My Freedom Smokes. Today I'm going to talk to you about a new tank we just got in. It's the Arco tank from HorizonTech. The Arco tank is pretty cool. It's using a new style of wicking that I haven't seen in a tank before. It's cotton and then a flax paper wick that's used in this thing, which is pretty cool. The reason they went with the flax paper is to kind of be a little more absorbent, kind of helps deliver the liquid to the coil a little more efficiently, and then has just a higher burning point, so you don't have to worry about the dry hits. It's not going to gunk up the coils as quick. And they're making a claim that it actually is going to last longer in a standard organic cotton or even a ceramic coil. So it's pretty cool to see the new technology. Great flavor coming off of it. There's a little bit of a break-in period, which each coil has its own break-in period. I'll go over that a little more in a moment. But it's a pretty sharp looking little tank, so let's go ahead and talk about it for you a little bit. One of the first things you notice is the whole outside, the glass and all, is color coded to the tank itself, and that's because they're using a vacuum plated glass. Like I got the black one here, it actually has the black glass with a metallic finish to it, and then you can see like a clear area with their logo. You can still see your liquid within, and they do still include a regular clear glass as your replacement. You'll have that color coordinated glass on all the color variances except for stainless steel. Stainless steel is only using clear glass and then a clear glass replacement. I'm not sure if they just couldn't get a good vacuum plate for the stainless look or what happened on that. The tank itself is 25 millimeter diameter, 5 milliliter capacity. It has got a pretty cool top fill system. You simply just turn the top and open up the holes. Drop your liquid in there and then close them back off. Simple, easy. You don't have to worry about taking a cap off, misplacing the cap. Pretty easy fill station. One thing I have noticed though is if you're using a colored glass, it is a little difficult sometimes to see your liquid as you're filling it through the view windows. So what I just do is when I have it open, I just fill it and I watch for the liquid to get close to the top, and I know I'm full. So let's go ahead and take one apart and kind of show you the way it looks on the inside and everything, show you those coils. All right. So the tank comes in nice little packaging, real simple looking packaging with some decent information on there. One thing I know a lot of tanks they don't put very obvious, and this one is 5 milliliter capacity. A lot of times you kind of got to dig and try to find that information. I like that they got it right on the front of the box for you. All right. So the tank does have adjustable airflow on the bottom. It's 3 different airflow holes on the sides. They all adjust together. They're not independent of each other or anything. And just slides all the way closed, all the way open, or you can just stop it anywhere in between. I've been doing about halfway open for the most part and getting pretty good airflow out of it. All right, let's get it apart here. I know those seals are nice and tight when you first get it, which is a good thing. You don't want to worry about it coming apart or leaking on you. All right, so the coil that's in here, they're calling the A6 coil. It's a 0.2 ohm coil, 80 to 90 watts. And what this one is 3 sets of parallels in a vertical configuration. And if you look down in there, you can actually see the flax paper up against the coil itself and then the cotton around it. The cotton's going to absorb the liquid through the juice inlets, and then that flax paper is going to hold right against those coils and help deliver that liquid directly to the coils without having to worry about gunking up from the heat of it actually vaping. So it's kind of a cool concept. Now this A6 coil they're saying takes about 3 mils of liquid before you really get the best flavor you're going to get out of it. And then the other coil takes a full 5 mil tank capacity before you get the full flavor out of it. I haven't got to do any long-term testing on the coil itself to see how far that claim goes as how long these coils will actually last. But I just have a good feeling that these are probably going to last a pretty long time, just even after using it for a couple days now. The flavor really hasn't fallen off. You know, a lot of times cotton coils, that flavor starts to fall off after a few days. The coil itself might not go bad for a couple weeks, but the flavor definitely will fall off, and flavor is still just as strong as it was after a few minutes of vaping it. So far so good on these coils. The other coil included, the one I mentioned, is the, what do they call this one? The A4 coil. And this is the one that takes 5 mils, and it's a big vertical coil. It's 4 strands. I think I saw it, it's actually 2 sets of parallels kind of intertwined together. It's just a big wide open diameter in there. And again, you can see the flax paper right up against the coil and then the cotton around the outside edge of it. This coil again is 0.2 ohm resistance for 70 to 80 watts. So it's going to be a lower wattage coil, but a lot more airflow with that wide open center like that. All right, and then the extras in the box are going to be, they give you a replacement drip tip, which as you see on the stainless one, it's a cool looking little marbleized orange acrylic type tip. They give you a plain black one, and these are just little sleeves that go on there. They do give you a 510 sleeve that actually goes on top of there. So I'll show you that real quick. And it itself is just going to be a little sleeve, clicks right in place, and then you can use a regular 510 drip tip on there. Alright, so we'll pop that back off, put the stock one back on. Alright, actually while I have that tip off, I'll show you one other thing that comes in the box. It's kind of confusing at first when I saw it. I was like, why is there a guitar pick in the box? But it's not a guitar pick, it's actually a tool used to help take your tank apart. And when your drip tip's off, there's actually 2 slots on there, and this is made to go in there into the slots and help you get the top of this tank loose. Once you pop that loose, the whole section comes out there, and you can actually take your top off and change out your silicone fill ports. They do give you some extras in the bag for it. This one has black ones. I noticed the black was actually reversed. The black was pre-installed, and they give you the white ones in the baggie. That way if you need to change these out, if they get caught up or dry or break or something, you have replacements to change it out, which is kind of cool. I always like when there's replacement seals and stuff, because you never know, something may go wrong and you end up having to replace a seal. So it's cool to give you that. Alright, and everything just screws back together. And then you use your little guitar pick to tighten it back up. Put your drip tip back on. Alright, the tank's back together now. Let's see, some of the other stuff they have in here is just going to be extra O-rings and seals for the tank. Looks like they give you a replacement set of black, so instead of having the orange O-rings, you can have black O-rings, which is kind of a cool touch. That way maybe if you don't want the orange for whatever device you're using this tank on, you have the black to kind of help blend everything together a little nicer. Alright, so I think that basically covers what I want to cover for this tank. I have a couple vapes on it for you real quick. Like I said, I'm using that T6 coil, or A6 coil. I'm used to T being used everything. It's A6 coil, reading at 0.2 watts, or 0.2 ohms, vaping 85 watts. And that tank is putting off some amazing flavor from that. I really think that it is benefiting from that flax paper. I'm not really tasting any cottony type flavor. It's pure flavor from the liquid itself. It tastes almost like when I dripped the liquid on my finger and tasted it the other day. It's actually that chocolate pudding from Country Clouds we did a review on recently. Really good liquid. Flavor is really coming through on this tank. Alright, well there you have it. That is the Arco tank by HorizonTech. These are going to be available on our website here shortly. They'll probably already be available by the time you see this video. If you have any questions about tank, please leave in the comments below. As always, I'm Dave of My Freedom Smokes, and thank you for vaping.